Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Omwando Enoch. Of course, the first and the best YouTube channel on matters disability. Since last time, we really want to thank God that He has taken care of us, and we don't take it for granted. Maze, unapojipata uko hai si kwa sababu ni mapenzi yako, lakini it's because of God. That's why we really appreciate God, because of the gift of life that He has given us. Kwa sababu ni watu wengi maze wamelala pale nje. Nawashukuru sana because tunaendelea kusubscribe na continue subscribing. I really want us to take this subscription to 200 by the end of this episode. So wewe ambaye unaniangalia kabla tuanze our episode today, because ni moto sana. Ya leo ni moto sana because tuko na mgeni vile ambavyo mnaona. Kwa hivyo endelea kusubscribe kabla hatujaanza mahojiano ya leo. Na without taking much time, I give you 5 seconds to subscribe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maze, thank you very much for subscribing. Na kumbuka kuguza ile bell ya notification so that any video ambayo ina pop in unakuwa wa kwanza kuiwatch. Without taking much ado, as you can see today we have a visitor, and leo sitaki kudominate kwa talk. Leo niko na mgeni ambaye mnamuona hapa ambaye ana ulemavu. Atatuambia yeye ni nani na mambo mengine mengi, lakini kabla ya hapo, hebu Sami, habari ya leo?
Salama sana.
Unaendelea vipi lakini?
Niko vizuri.
Maisha inakupeleka vipi ndugu yangu?
Maisha iko sambamba. Niko mzuri sana.
Hivyo ni vizuri sana. Sasa Sami, nataka utuambie who is Sami Onyancha?
Sami Onyancha ni mmoja wa walemavu ambaye anatoka katika kaunti ya Nyamira. Sami Onyancha is one of the persons with disability who is coming from Nyamira County, Marindi Village. This is a person who is also a teacher by profession, who teach history and theory in Marindi Secondary School, and is among the Sami Onyancha is one of is the last born of among the members in a family that are 7.
So Sami, umetueleza kwamba wewe ni mlemavu na labda mtazamaji wangu angependa kujua what is your disability?
Sami Onyancha is having is visually impaired.
Oh, Sami Onyancha is visually impaired. So, yes. Watazamaji, tunajua kwamba we have so many types of disability, and whereby visual impairment rather is one of the disabilities. Now, Sami, you've said that you were born amongst 7 siblings.
Yes.
Nilipokuwa naangalia email yako, you told me that in your family you are people with disability, as in you have how many visual impairment?
We have 4.
4
visual
among
impaired.
us 7.
Yes.
So 4 are visually impaired.
4 are visually impaired, and this is because of what we call congenital.
Okay.
That means it is inherited.
Okay. Watazamaji, vile ambavyo tunajua disability can be acquired in different ways. So yao ilikuwa acquired, hata nilikuwa nashangaa ni aje wote watu wanne, wakati nilikuwa nasoma email yako ati watu wanne kwao wako na ulemavu wa kutoona. So ingewezekana vipi? Lakini kumbe tumesikia kwamba it's inherited. So Sami Onyancha, vile ambavyo umetuambia, na hao wenzako walienda shule?
3 of us went to school, but our first born, unfortunately, did not go to school because initially, due to poverty, and our parents not knowing that people with the visual impairment can go to school, and they did not know the school that they could take our elder brother. That means he did not go to school.
Oh, so your brother mkubwa hakuenda shule kwa sababu. So tutakuja kwa challenges, and I think that is one of the challenges. Sami Onyancha, ulisoma wapi? Umeenda shule wapi? Na masomo yako imekuwa vipi? mpaka ukafikia vile ambavyo umesema wewe ni mwalimu ukamaliza, naamini kwamba umemaliza chuo kikuu mpaka ukakuja kuajiriwa kazi. Wewe umesoma, masomo yako yamekuwa vipi?
Okay, Semi Hunter has studied or learned in many schools. Before my disability deteriorated, I learned in Marindi Primary School, Sironga Primary School, and when it deteriorated, I went to St. Oda Aluor School for the Blind, where I learned up to class 8, and I finished class 8 in 2007. I joined SA Thika High School for the Blind, to which I finished and joined Kenyatta University main campus, and I pursued Bachelor's of Education in Special Needs and History and CRE.
Oh, wonderful. Watazamaji, mnaendelea kuona kwamba disability is not inability. As long as you are determined, you can make it in life. Unaona Sami alizaliwa kwamba ni mtu ambaye hana uwezo wa kuona, lakini ambaye tueleza kwamba ameenda shule mpaka amemaliza. Labda Sami, utuelezee maisha yako ya masomo yamekuwa vipi? How was, you know, I believe when you went to school kuna hiccups ambazo zilikuwa down ambazo zilikuja kwako. As in, maisha yako ya shule yalikuwa vipi in short?
Okay, initially when I was in the regular school, there were challenges. Like when now deterioration came part and a parcel of my life, this is where now I could not see a blackboard at a distance. And this made me to write or to move closer to the blackboard so that I can find out what was being written by the teacher. And by moving there was that challenge of a teacher-student not accepting that you are able, or you are becoming a barrier or a stumbling block when they wanted to look on something at the blackboard. So that made teachers and my fellow pupils and students to get negative attitude towards myself. That was a main challenge that made me to underperform. And also there were negativity or that trauma or stigma that was caused by the teachers, because now I was not able to write and read what was being written on the blackboard. Yes.
Oh, so, and now you went to a regular school, as we call it. From there, you joined, you said St. Oda School for the Blind. That is in Siaya. And I know that if your first time when you joined a boarding school, there must, how was it? As in, ulipoingia pale kulikuwa vipi? You know, umetoka nyumbani, umeenda in a different environment, umefika shule mpya, sasa hujui hata uende wapi, utoka wapi, na kuanza makiu, una uwezo wa kuona. So maisha yako ulipoingia ile shule ya wasiona ya St. Oda yalikuwa vipi? How did you find it?
Okay, my encounter first is that Sami Hunter did not come from a well-off family. When I was joining the boarding school, Sami Hunter was coming from a humble background, to which initially or at that time there were challenges all about the capital or funds which were being offered by my elder brother, and that despite of myself there were others, my two siblings whom we joined with, and therefore there were greater challenges. When I entered the boarding sector or under the boarding school, the first encounter was that yes, I could not be able to acclimatize with the environment at the beginning because the environment was new, and I could not that even associating with the student or my fellow pupils, it was not with an immediate effect.
So ulipata challenge, na unajua sasa mimi nashangaa vile uliingia boarding mara ya kwanza, wewe una uwezo wa kuona. Sasa ulipopatana, I think you met more pupils who are visually impaired because it was primary school. Ulipata more pupils who are visually impaired. Na Haukushangaa kumbe mko wengi ama kulikuwa vipi?
Okay. My first amazement was that I did not know that there was existence of persons with the albinism. So I was wondering, who is this Mzungu speaking in vernacular? Then I came to find out that there were many people who were challenged than myself.
Okay.
Yes.
So what about were the students, maybe the pupils, were they friendly to you? You know?
Okay, according to my encounter or those who have gone to the boarding school, there are those ones who are friendly and there are those ones who want to make or let us say there is somehow bullying.
Okay.
Yes.
And I understand that you are visually impaired. And of course, visually impaired, I don't know whether you are using print, as in you are using a pen and a book to write, or you went and trained braille.
Okay, when I joined at standard 3, I was using print up to standard 6 or class 6. Then from there, my sight deteriorated. It is when I was advised according to the low vision office to join the braille sector or under the braille reading, and that's where now I'm landing, or what is now I'm using as my media of communication.
Kwa hivyo sasa wewe ni mtu ambaye unatumia braille.
Yes.
For our viewers, braille is a way of writing and reading for a person with visual impairment. That person who is not able to use his eyes or her eyes to read or to write, he uses or she uses braille. So braille is one of the, I believe in the Constitution of Kenya, is one of the languages apart from sign language. So for those members or viewers who don't know what is braille, braille is a language that those people who are visually impaired understand and they use in their daily routine in writing and in reading. So wanatumia vidole kusoma na bado ndio wanatumia kuandika na special machines. So that one is a story for another day. So Sami sasa amemaliza primary school, ameingia high school. So you went to a normal high school or it was a special high school?
It was a special high school also. And at that time, it was the only high school in East and Central Africa.
Na maisha ya high school yalikuwaje? Unajua these other regular schools kuna mambo ya bullying. I don't know whether in special schools you have mambo ya bullying.
It was there in primary, but in high school, I think I'd grown, and I think I landed at a good school, but also there were no much bullying. The environment was good for my studies.
Okay. Thank you very much. And what about life at university?
The university, the life there was not, let me use the word moderate. That means there was some negativity and there was some positive. So negativity, some of the negative encounters that I met in the university is that maybe knowing or getting the notes, it was very hard to get the notes when the lecturer was lecturing and using a projector, because you could not see where the projector was. That is the main problem.
So the lecturers were projected. So of which you are not able, because you are not able to see. Sasa ungeweza hata kugrasp. Those were challenges in the university. So wale ambao mko kwa university mnasikia maneno yenye iko huko, maybe if you are watching this and you come from you happen to maybe to lecture in a certain university or to work in a certain university, those are the things that you need to improve so that you can consider all categories of the students. You want to say something?
Yes. Another challenge was, as people with visual impairment, there is a challenge in when we pursue mathematics, more so statistics. So statistics became a challenge to us. But I thank KU by the time that I was leaving as the chairman of KUDSA, I had put a proposal so that majority of the visual impairment, they can get scientific talking calculators, of which after leaving KU, I found that they were brought.
Oh, that's good. Amazing. You're telling us you even became a student leader.
Yes.
What is the full, full name
of KUDSA?
KUDSA
is KU Disability Association.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, that's great. So you even became a leader in the university.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. So my brother, I was after umemaliza sasa, umemaliza chuo kikuu na umekuja hapa nje, mambo ya kuhustle kazi ilikuwa aje? Because najua Kenya kupata kazi si rahisi. So ilikuwa aje ndio upate kazi? Hebu tuelezee hiyo vile ulipata kazi, because ni ngumu sana Kenya hii kupata kazi.
Okay. Let me talk all about employment and disability. Employment and disability in Kenya is that you are qualified and you have a disability, but the other ones who are regular, they cannot or they can't understand and know that you can do that work better than they can do. So that there is, let me put that there is negligence when it comes with matters of disability and employment, where you are seeing that you cannot do what others can do. So firstly, hustling ama kwa kwangu, it was a difficult thing, because when I was going to seek either for employment and a board of management, other schools could not offer because they saw my disability, that it was going to cost them a lot. That means I won't be able to deliver in class. Okay. So it became a problem. So after that is when TSC offered us a job through affirmative action.
Okay.
Yes.
So my director naona ananiashiria, lakini naona tuko na a few things to discuss here and there. Maybe naomba niongeze a few minutes. So thank you very much director for accepting that. Sami, umesema ulikuwa, yani nataka unieleze mlipataje kazi, because I understand I'm told that there was a lot of struggle for you people to succeed. Nataka ueleze hiyo scene so that watazamaji or viewers, because hii vitu itaendea hata watu wa education hii video. So ama TSC ilikuwaje? Because it was, I understand it was not that easy you people to get this job. Hebu tueleze vile ilikuwa. Wewe umeiweka ni kama ilikuwa tu rahisi kuipata hiyo kazi. And yet I understand that ilikuwa ni hustle kubwa sana for you people to get that job. Hebu tuambie vile ilikuwa.
Okay, TSC is through that affirmative action it is like something that we struggled for it.
How did you struggle for it? That's why I want you to stress and tell us how was it.
One thing, there are many things that we did to TSC. One is writing several letters requesting them to offer us employment, because people could not be able to offer us employment. Secondly was through demonstration. Sometimes we could go there and we demonstrate, and we could even sleep there. That is another one. Another one was we went to the labor offices in which they assisted us under that affirmative action, and also through the getting the signatures from National Council for Persons with Disability.
And finally you succeeded.
We succeeded. But up to now, what I can urge TSC is that still we have that stigmatization of employment. Our fellow trainees who have been trained under education, more so under secondary schools, are not getting employment. Because firstly, there is that negativity. The principals or the stakeholders of the school view on people or persons with disability that they cannot deliver, and then they can deliver, and therefore leaving them out. Even the 10% marks that the TSC has offered nowadays, so that you can.
They are 15 now.
They are 15 years. it is not aiding at all. Let them use the affirmative action that had been there all along, so that our fellow PWDs, secondary school teacher trainees, they can get employment.
Thank you very much, Sammy. This is what I wanted you to bring out, so that people can understand it is not that easy to get a job outside there as a person with disabilities. Imagine if we can be discriminated by the authority, by the institutions of Kenya. What about the private sector? If the country or if the government can never understand us and follow the law up to the ladder, what about the private sector? I want you people to ask yourselves these questions, because it is not that easy. You can imagine somebody went to labor courts, they went for administration. I'm told they even slept there. Must we really do this for us to acquire jobs or get jobs in this honorable country? I don't think it is so. So kindly, those people are concerned. Those people are concerned with employment in Kenya, not only TSC, even Public Service Commission, public service boards in the counties, parastatals and all that stuff. Kindly don't do this, because the law is very clear on Article 54 of the Constitution of Kenya that says that 5% should be reserved for persons with disabilities. Why can't you reserve for these vacancies for people with disabilities? Because it is their right. It is their due right. So if TSR has advertised for maybe 10,000 vacancies, you only need to give them only 500 vacancies. And people with disabilities cannot even reach 500. So kindly, let's follow the law. I wanted him to bring this out so that people can understand that there's a lot of hassle for persons with disabilities. So Sammy, thank you very much for that. And now, Sammy, maybe finally, we are finishing. What are some of the challenges that people with disabilities encounter in general in Kenya?
One of it is what we call discrimination.
Talk about it.
Discrimination is that you find that we are discriminated from the regular persons. That means you can find a child with disability or any other disability being put in a certain corner of the house, not getting education. Some people even they don't give them food. That is among the discrimination. Another one is what we call torture and stigma. You can find other children or persons with disability are being tortured or being abused, either sexually, physically, or emotionally. Another challenge we have is what we call under infrastructure is we don't have perfect or suitable infrastructure that persons with disability can use them, e.g. Public building, majority of them do not have ramps for physically disabled, or when you go to the public means of transport, we don't have specialized vehicle for carrying our at the other side of disability, that is those who are using the wheelchairs or crutches, among other challenges.
Thank you very much. I know there are so many challenges, but because of time, maybe we can stop there on the issue of challenges. And maybe if you were given a chance to meet our president, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, ungemwambia kitu gani mmoja on disability matters?
One thing that I could tell the president is let the law be acted upon according to the Constitution of Kenya under disability and all the acts of disability, more so under employment and education. So, because under employment you've talked all about the 5%, under education nowadays, more so for visually impaired, you cannot find a visually impaired who has been qualified to go to the university to go and pursue a certain course. He or she cannot go and pursue the course because of mathematics, and mathematics is a key thing when you are, or a key subject when you are going to pursue any course in the university, and the majority of our people in visual impairment, maths is a challenge to us.
Thank you very much. So, in short, Sammy is saying that let the law be implemented on matters disability. Any law concerned people with disability, let it be implemented to the letter. Now, encourage a person with disabilities outside there who is already giving up in this life.
There are many people who are giving up because of the disability, but what I can tell them that disability is not inability. So what they can do, if you are talented in a given area, do that thing up to your optimum or maximum, and you will see the fruits later. And for those who are being discriminated, don't give up, continue pressing up,